Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt, and it is Wild Wild Wednesday. I hope all of y'all are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that jazz. I hope you're having a great time with some family, friends, loved ones, all that fun jazz, all that hoopla, I like to say. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I do enjoy seeing the new faces around here, and I do like hearing from you guys. And by the way, Tumbling Doll of Flesh, if anybody is watching this that thinks it's real, you should probably have your pulse checked because you're insane to think that. I've had a couple of people comment on that video now saying that film is 100% real and stuff. Like, what kind of drugs are people on nowadays? Are you kids like huffing? I know huffing glue was something. Are you guys huffing like dog shit or something nowadays? I don't know. He's on some crazy drugs if he's thinking that. Anywho, let's get on to today's film. Today's movie is awesome. Let's see, it was made back in 2017, so it's 3 years old now. If you guys can do the math, I know I can. And this one is this of course is not rated because it comes from them fine folks over there at Unearthed Films, who I love you guys. Stephen Barrow, you rock, man. Thanks for everything you do for the horror community. I'm very excited for all the Ryan Nicholson stuff you got coming out because I am a huge fan of his films. All politics aside, I mean, I don't want to get into that because that's not what I do. I'm here completely non-biased on that end. So this film, like I said, it was made in 2017. It's coming from the fine folks at Unearthed Films. It runs at an hour and 3 minutes. And for some reason, I don't know why IMDb, because I always do some checking around on a couple of different sites before I put everything to paper, usually. Not unless I'm really tired and I'm rushing to get it done, which I don't do that too often. The only times I ever rush getting a review done is if I hate the movie, which I'm trying to think the last movie I really did not like. It's been a hot minute, so I can't even think. I know it was one that I reviewed months and months and months ago because I got angry and yelled at the computer for like 3 or 4 minutes about how bad this movie sucked. That movie, not today's movie. Today's movie doesn't suck. Not unless you're not into this kind of content, which, by the way, this one definitely is only for certain people in my crowd. Basically, everyone that likes the unearthed stuff, the extreme horror, things that go bump in the night that are very gruesome and done in gruesome fashion. Whatever. That sounded stupid, Matthew. But who's in this one? Roberto Scorza's in it, and Flora Giannattasio. Yeah, I'm sorry, Flora, if I murdered your last name. You did an amazing job as Ishtar. I can't say thank you enough. You looked great in the movie. I mean, it was awesome. The other fella, Roberto, he played Daniel. He was very very good in it. It was basically a one man show with him, and that was very very showed his ability of acting. And this one's directed by Poison Rouge, and this is none other than American Guinea Pig Sacrifice, which I am a little confused by the American Guinea Pig label on here. Um I thought this was an Italian production filmed in Hungary, so am I was there is there a reason why it ended up there? I mean, it can completely be there in my opinion, because it is brutal. It lives up to its name. It definitely lives up and has a sacrifice in it. It does not pull any punches and doesn't make you leave with a bitter taste in your mouth, like, oh, I just wasted my time watching an hour long movie. Which, by the way, it's an hour long, folks. That's an easy watch. If you complain about an hour long film, it's one whole hour you lost. It's not like you're going and seeing a 2.5 hour film at the cinema and then coming home after you've spent $60 on two tickets and some popcorn and drinks. You dropped $60 and you're upset and all that jazz. I mean, an hour. Watch real cinema right here. Better acting, better production value, in my opinion. Better stories. Uh, uh, not really better production value. Some of them really do shine. This one shines. It's got some great production value. Poison Rouge really did a great job directing this one. I know that what was it that Demiziano Cristofaro he had, I think he might have had something. Yeah, he did. It was a story by him, I believe, if memory serves me correct. He's done some great stuff like Red Crocodile, right, or Crocodile. What else has he done? House of Flesh Mannequins, right? I think so. Museum of Wonders, Doll Syndrome. I think he did another one. What is it? Erotic, which I really want to see. I like necrophilia movies. They crack me up, and I feel like anytime a bad guy goes to that level of desecration to a body, then he's a bad mofo. He's a bad mamma jamma. But what is this one about exactly? Um, it's basically about this dude named Daniel who goes back to his childhood home. He's had a lot of trauma from like I'm guessing a lot of child abuse or and a lot of maybe not physically but at least verbally, because there is some bitter feelings. It feels like there. It's got a very cold feel. It's that cold vacant, just depressing kind of feel. Which, by the way, I forgot to show off this release. It is, like I said, the Unearthed Films DVD release. The Blu-ray release is definitely better and the way to go, as far as with this one. Eventually, I'll upgrade to that because this one's worth the upgrade. As far as no special, or I mean, no reversible cover art, it is your standard issue press DVD. And what do we got on here for special features, yo? We got a commentary behind the scenes, reference to classic paintings and all kinds of jazz like that. Here we go. I'll go ahead and throw that on there for you guys so you can take a peek at that. We got a deleted scene, photo gallery. Oh yeah, location scouting, some good stuff in there. Yeah, I just read that all like backwards. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed with myself. Um, but Daniel goes back to this house that he grew up in that's very cold, dark, vacant. His father has died. He's going there with the intention of doing a lot of self harm and self enlightenment or in things of that nature. He goes into the bathroom and it has all this dialogue about how he's following this book, doing it every step by step, exactly like it says in the book, so he can bring the goddess Ishtar to life essentially, and show him the other side of the spectral realm. He wants to see what it's like on the other side of life. See what it's like to be dead. You'll see in the dead. Whatever. Anyways, very cool shit. What do we got in this? We got uh, as you can see here on the cover, they don't hide it. There is a spot on the head that gets some serious torture and gets a lot of attention done to it with various objects. Gets a little brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Very cringy in places. You hear like scraping and bones of and sinew and flesh and tissue, just kind of like ripping and making that gushy, sweet, squishy sounds that we all like so much. Yeah, it's awesome. But he has all these crude instruments, by the way. Like the knives that he uses, the knife that he uses is looks dull as shit. He's got some old, like, it looked like a an old box cutter. There was, I think he used a butcher knife, and there was a old power drill, and then one of those old short stubby standard issue flathead standard issue screwdriver. Um, and that was the when he stuck that, he actually does stick that part in and does some damage with that, and oh my god, does it really it delivers on the holy shit factor. Yeah, definite on that end. There's some other super cringy stuff that involves a screwdriver that and down in the in a place where most people would not want to have a screwdriver put. What else can I say without giving away too much? I'm gonna leave it at that. As far as story wise, I don't, you know me, guys. I like to give you just a little fragment of it. I want you guys to go in blind watching this one. I want you to at least look at the covers, look at the artwork, and from what I do tell you, make your judgment from that. And you know, I do put a link of the trailer in the description box, along with the cast, crew, and all that stuff. And a brief synopsis, which I don't write synopsises. Synopsi. I don't write those. Those are not me. I don't have the patience or that kind of talent. I'm not that kind of artist. I'm not a writer. But anyway, let's get on to the ratings of this one. As far as technical side goes, this one's very polished. Poison Rouge did a very, very good job with this. It just gleams and sparkles and it shines. It's very, very well done. Um, the editing's good. The acting is top notch. Camera angles. There's some pretty interesting, good camera stuff going on there. She definitely had good sound design going there. Everything I thought that would normally be bad, like just going into this movie, from what I knew about it, I was kind of on the fence, like if I was gonna like it or not. Um, because to be quite honest, there was things about it that I was kind of like, okay, whatever. This has been done before. Like we've seen people torture themselves in all types of different fashion, you know, for different reasons. So that is not anything new or different. So do keep that in mind, folks. But the end outcome and what he is, the actual product of him doing these things to himself, power drill, screwdriver, crude instruments, box cutter, butcher knife. Just remember those things and think of the things that one could do with those to the human body. So on a 1 through 5 scale, for as far as a technical side, this thing's getting a 4 out of 5. That's pretty good in my opinion. It's very crisp, clean, like I've been saying over and over and over again in this video. I tend to repeat myself, guys. I'm sorry. As far as like entertainment value goes, this thing's probably a 4 as well. It's pretty solid on that 1 through 5. That acting really brings it in. I do get a chuckle I did get a laugh out of his braces the first time I saw them, because I was like, whoa, adult with braces. Not something that I'm really used to seeing, you know. I mean, I've seen it, you do see it once in a while, but to see it right in your face like that, it kind of caught me off guard and made me kind of giggle just a pinch. But other than that, it was awesome. So 8 out of 10. I would hope you're happy with that kind of score. I know that I am. 8 out of 10 is pretty damn good. Put that bad boy down. All right, guys, I'm gonna go off and do some other stuff. I got some things to do, and I shall see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna review for you tomorrow. I'll watch something during the day tomorrow and see where that goes. All right, y'all. Love your faces.